Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Uncle Don's Dhamma. I am Donn, aka Donn with two N's, aka Uncle Donn. This is my channel, welcome to it. Episode 10, which I don't think really means anything, but whatever. It's still fresh. Who knows how long this will last. In the spirit of impermanence, we don't know. So, glad to be on 10, I suppose. This is the rest stop on the Dhamma path, a place to catch your breath from walking the walk out there, going against the stream as you do, you spiritual warriors, you. Way to be. Yeah, come in here, come sit down at the kitchen table. This is what we got here. The table, the laptop, and me. That's what we're doing. There's some plants to the right that you can't see, and the sliding glass door to the backyard there. All of this is unscripted. No AI, not even any written words. This is just, stream of consciousness off the top of my head. And for this week, beginning today, August 24th, 2026. Hard to believe it's the last week of August, isn't it? Wow. Time is just flying by. And a disclaimer, this is not a YouTube to learn meditation on, nor do I proclaim to be teaching the suttas of the Buddha, to espouse any of the knowledge contained in the many suttas of Buddha Dhamma. It's just a place to chill out, maybe hear something here at the table. Pull up a seat to the table, have a cup of tea, have your, what are you drinking? You got some Sanka? They don't make that anymore. You got some decaf. You got some golden milk, some kombucha. Please no vaping. Okay. Welcome. And what do I want to talk about? Fresh off of a retreat that was surprisingly impactful for me on a weekend, short one. And a favorite quote by the Dalai Lama, there are many, but His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, let go, let go, let go. And I have a vibe of detachment going on right now, coupled with a little radical acceptance. And these are super interesting times, this late summer of this year. I've experienced a lot of learning, and I know you have too. And there's a lot going on. And I talked about serenity last time, cultivating serenity in the name of equanimity, but we have to make something for ourselves to make our space clean, energy, and nourishing. Nourish ourselves with serenity, so we can have some equanimity, which involves the world outside. And the world can be, the world is the world, and the world is on fire, as it says in the Dhammapada. And it's now officially on fire every day. There's a fire down the highway from here right now. So, boy, has that become more true 2,500 years later. So, we have to interface with the world no matter who we are. And, you know, the topic of masks has come up for me lately. And if you ask me, we got to let go of them first to let go, to be able to detach of all the things we've been wanting to detach from. I want to say that. Think of Gil Fronsdal saying, or maybe it was Jack, gone, gone, gone beyond becoming. Stephen Levine, sorry, wrong one. Gone beyond becoming, you know. That's in the end. Let's get free. And I was reading Adyashanti yesterday, and I'll have to post this. I never have any notes for these. I want to make it be that way, keep it that way. But I was reading Adyashanti, and the problem of the spiritual seeker is the seeking never ends, and it becomes the spiritual struggler, basically. The seeker who struggles or is struggling because there's no end in sight, and the work is hard, and the work brings stuff up. And it, if you ask me, it's a great example of what happens when we don't have equanimity. And I'll post that, and I want to bring up Bill Hicks, the comedian with the Buddha mind, the mind of the Buddha. When he said, life is like a ride in an amusement park. It's got thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored. And for a minute, it seems real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And then he gets into the depiction of people who don't want to realize that it is a ride. Life is just a ride. And he says, they say, look at my furrows of worry. What about my family? What about my bank account? Rest in peace, Bill. And, if we can get rid of our masks, we can let go of anything. I'm convinced. But boy, do we love our masks in the 2020s, here in the modern world, in the West. How painful is it to be sitting across someone you love and not be able to speak your truth because of the mask you're wearing in reaction to their mask? It's not their true self, but it seems so real to you, what they're presenting. And you don't want to rock the boat, cause a stir, hurt their feelings, start an argument. It's a story as old as the day is long, and it's very painful. By the way, I'm sorry to anybody who's going through a tragedy right now. There's a lot of tragedy going on right now. Collectively, it's just a tragic time in a way, and I feel it. I feel it in my heart, and I hear about it every day, and a lot of loss, a lot of grief. So sorry. My heart goes out to you if you're experiencing a loss or separation right now. So, if we're mindfulness practitioners, if we have a serious practice, we can see what our masks are. They can become glaring. The problem is can we do something? Are we going to do anything about them? Or are we going to continue to use them in the real world and become almost bipolar by nature with our beautiful practice that we have, the gift of the Dhamma? I call it the brick of gold. It's called the triple gem anyway. But we are beholden to a brick of gold. Simple as that when we have the Dhamma in our hands. So we have to do something about this fakery. And we put the masks down, we get to work. And say, for example, go to a retreat, and we have to fight it out. We have to power through it, and we have to let the bad thoughts come out and run around, and we have to see that they're not us. They're the thinking mind. They're not us, and they're running rampant, and that's okay. We got to let them run. Unfortunately, it is very distracting, but that's the mind for you. I was talking to my teacher about this weekend, and it's, sorry, your mind's going berserk. That's too bad. And don't get mad, because that's what the mind does. But we stand a chance if we can be truthful and honest with ourselves. Even if we can't be honest with someone else, we can be honest with ourselves and face the music. Let go, let go, let go, as the Dalai Lama says. I think of the word grasping. I love it so much when it's used in a Dhamma capacity, because, it's like this grip. We grip something. You have this illustration of this tense hand with make my joints stiff. Is such a nice picture for how it's what we do. And it's like relinquishing that seems like it doesn't even seem like possible, a strategy. But we do. When we do, the power in that, the release is just, it feels like nirvana. It's the greatest. And then we go, this is better than the thing I was clinging to. Or thought it would be like if I got what I wanted. Oh, it stinks. It stinks to go through that. But that is what suffering is. And that is what the Buddha taught us. Dukkha. And there's the path to freedom. Once we get through that second noble truth. He taught the Four Noble Truths at his first sutta in Sarnath. And somehow the 82,000 suttas that followed, I'm told by someone else, they all somehow are hinged all back to that first one. And this radical acceptance, I think I mentioned, we need it. We have to have it to get things done. We can't bargain with ourselves. Well, that went okay, but I'm still not happy with the outcome. Oh, I said what I needed to say, but I didn't really say what I meant. But that's okay. We have to accept it all, including our foibles. And that is the heavy lifting. Because of the ego. Now I'm getting lost, and it's coming up on the 15 minutes. So I'm going to stop there and get free. Let's get free this week. Let's not be the struggler. Let's be the free. May you all be happy. May you all be peaceful. May you all be free. Free from the hindrances that keep your heart bound from sharing it, your precious golden heart, with others, the ones you love and the ones who need it. release that precious heart of yours to be shared and experience the beauty and the sweetness of the path without a mask on. That's what I have to say. Have a good week, everyone.